Hello, and welcome back. Today I wanted to try and play with foundation and play with the foundation tools a little bit. See if I can do those homes that are built up on, you know, a hill with stairs going up, and obviously I have some room to figure this out because I don't know what I'm doing. So here's what I'm gonna do. I am just going to speed through this, and well, at least on your side it'll be sped through. On my side it'll probably be like a 6-hour video or something. So anyway, I'm gonna speed through it as I do this, and leave your comments and questions and suggestions down below when it comes to terrain manipulation. I am more than happy to hear your suggestions. By all means, please do. But you can also hit the like button and the subscribe button because I got more stuff coming too. So anyway, hope you guys enjoy this. So as you will see very quickly, I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I've played with terrain paint in the past, but I've never been able to actually, I guess, perfect it, In any case, I did finally figure out how to use that tool to make everything one level. So I kind of planned out my space, and then I built some walls, rooms, and decided to kind of feather out the outside and kind of make it look not so blah. And then I wanted the stairs that kind of walked up through the dirt, I guess. But I had the toughest time trying to figure that out. I knew what I wanted in my head. I just wasn't able to make it work, which is something I come across doing an awful lot in The Sims. Oh, excuse me. So I played with the stairs for a little bit, and as you could see, I was putting down a new platform, and it was going to be deleting my stairs. I didn't know why, so I was trying back and forth and all kinds of different things, trying to figure out what did I do, how do I fix it, how do I make it look the way I want it to look. And then when I removed the platform, I realized it was the ground terrain underneath, I think, because once I fixed that, I was able to lay my stairs properly, but you'll see that here in a little bit. But yeah, it was, oh my gosh, I swear I wanted to scream I don't know how many times. But I did get the matching tile for the stairs, so that was a good yay. And yeah, I just kind of went back and forth trying to kind of level it out so that you had so that it graded down, and then I wanted to get it to come out to the edge of the lot, but that was a whole nother issue in and of itself because I couldn't figure out what I was doing that was wrong. I really couldn't. I wanted the dirt to come right up next to the stairs, but it wasn't. And then I couldn't figure out how to get the railings on there with the fencing. And I was having the hardest time because I just couldn't figure out. So I was trying everything, as you can see. That was not what I wanted it to look like. So I kind of nixed that idea real quick. And I was like, well, can I just terrain paint it? No. If it's brown, you cannot add terrain paint. So, and I think here, yeah, I think this is kind of where I kind of figured out how to make it work. Because, yeah, the the terrain level was like stupid high. And I think that was part of the problem. Because once I fixed that, I was able to place my stairs where I wanted them as long as the terrain level was better. So these are the back stairs. And I was able to do these a lot easier. I was just having trouble with the fencing, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I realized I was trying to put in a fence. Later I realized I was trying to put in a fence, not railing, for the stairs. So that was my dumb fault. So here I'm trying to figure out, okay, I've got this brown dirt on the side. It's going to be there because if I try to soften it up anymore, it's going to show the foundation of the house, which I didn't want it to do. So I was trying to figure out ways that I could cover it up. And I was like, okay, these will work. But the whole thing with it jumping up and back down, it was just driving me insane, which I know that's what it does. That's Sims. It's expected. It's fine. But it was just frustrating to me because I'm like, I know what I want to do. I see it in my head. I just can't do it. And then, of course, I have the big gap under the bushes and the landscaping, so I had to find something to kind of fill it in. And I was having a time of it. to say the least. But I think I figured it out. I think it worked out okay. I think I filled in the gaps enough that it doesn't make it look like it's floating, basically. So, yeah, I was jumping around a lot because, well, I had to. That's just what you do in The Sims, right? You jump around from, one thing to the other. Um, and then I added the tree, and I was trying to make sure that the tree wasn't just floating in midair because it does that on hills. So it was a little bit, so I just added some greenery around it, and I think it fixed it. Of course, it's sticking out a little bit, but, natural greenery does that as well. And then, of course, that's the patio that I was building out back, which I kind of like the way the patio turned out. Um, oh, I just realized I didn't put a gate. I'll put a gate in there somewhere. And then I wanted to use this awning, but I could not figure out how to get it to work. It wouldn't turn on for me for whatever reason. If you know why, let me know. Or if I did something wrong, let me know. But I couldn't get it to turn like all the other stuff. So here I am trying to go back to the stairs again, and I realized, oh, the bottom of the last set of stairs is lower than the edge of the lot, and that's why I couldn't get the bricks set down there. I was like, oh my god, that is the dumbest thing. So I fixed it. I made it work, and I was so proud of myself for being able to do that. I was like, oh my god, I figured it out. I'm so proud of me. Whether or not I remember that next time is gonna be figured out, because I don't know that I will remember it next time, but we'll see. So here I'm trying to get a somewhat of a layout for the house so that it's functional, so that it's, not cramped, and, just kind of works. So I couldn't figure out, because I wanted I wanted a straight, flat wall for the TV. I don't like putting the TV in front of the window. That's just my preference. And then, of course, the kitchen. I knew it wasn't going to be a giant kitchen, but then everything else was, like, the dining room was way too big. And then I thought, well, maybe the living room's too big. So I think at some point I start changing around the living room a little bit. But I did go ahead and put up the cabinets and the appliances in the kitchen. I think that worked out fairly well. Added the chairs for the dining room. And then that's the office desk, which I really like. And I think I went back and forth on the office because I couldn't figure out exactly how I wanted the layout to be. But here's where I kind of start making the living room a little bit smaller this way or that way, and it just didn't work. So I ended up kind of leaving it where it was. Ended up leaving that bedroom like that as well. Because, that's how it ended up staying. So, yeah, I was trying to figure out, excuse me, how to do the stair railing on this one. And got it right real quick because, it's easy. And then the roof, I was worried about the roof. I wasn't sure about how to do it. I think it turned out okay at the end. But in the process, I was losing my mind. Like, this isn't working. This isn't working. How do I do this? I don't want this. I want that. I was not happy. But once I figured it out, I really liked it. And I think it turned out pretty cute. I think it worked out great. I did fix the edges there so that they're not, clipping into where the other roof was. And I was playing around with a few ideas, but I think in the end, I really like how I did it. And then, yeah, initially, like I said, I was thinking of doing it like a Spanish style house, with the stucco and all of that. But no, that didn't happen. Because the inside was not Spanish. That was a car. Inside is not Spanish looking. And then trying to find an exterior for it, I couldn't figure it out. And the lighting stunk so bad. But I like this siding. I like this, well, not siding, the wallpaper. I really liked it. And I wanted to add some other texture or something else to the roof. I even have the chimney up there. I don't think I ended up keeping the chimney. I was like, no, it ain't gonna work. So I ended up not doing the extras, but I did change the color of the fence, which I really like it better in the more neutral tone rather than the white. I think it looks a lot better. It kind of goes better with the whole theme of the whole thing. And then, yeah, I changed the color of the door. I was trying to find windows. I really like these windows. I think they look great. Of course, in the kitchen, that's going to have to be changed. Um, of course, changing the level of the roof. Again, just kind of playing back and forth, trying to figure out what I like better. I just let it sit there for a minute, and then if I see it out of the corner of my eye while doing something else, I'm like, oh, yeah, no, that's got to go. So I did finally get the layout. I got all the stuff in there. I made sure the windows were lined up nicely inside. I had to change a few of them out because they were too big. And then these are the kitchen windows. I ended up with those, which was a perfect match to the other one. So that was wonderful. Um, and then here in a bit, I'll do the walkthrough with you. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I had matching stuff. I didn't want it to be all weird. So that's why I changed the columns as well. But I think all in all, it's not too bad. I added the tree to kind of cover up. Alrighty, I am done. Yeah, it took me a couple of hours, but I'm done. And I'm just going to walk you through real quick. I did some landscaping. Some of the bushes looked like they were floating a little bit, so I added this grassy stuff underneath it. It was floating here on the edge, so by adding the grassy pieces, they don't really float anymore. And yeah, a little bit of the edge is kind of like, I guess, floating there. But if you think about it, nature kind of grows in its own way. Sometimes it grows up, sometimes it grows down, and sometimes it just grows straight out. So yeah, we'll call that natural. That's what we're going to go with. But I do have some terrain painted little flowers, some little weeds, dandelions, whatever you want to call it. I got this awning piece here, added the little bubble thing, the table, the grill, finished out the patio. I put in a basketball court or a basketball net, and I tried to put down the, I guess the drawing or whatever for the basketball court, but it wasn't letting me. It was like floating, and nothing I did could fix it. And I wasn't about to redo all of my landscaping, my terrain. So I just said, forget it. They don't need that drawn out. They know how to play. But I did leave these here. As you can see here on the back stairs, there is some, worn away erosion, I guess. But I think it looks nice. It's natural looking. I don't think that's anything out of the norm. We've got a game table here on the back patio and a painting easel. We'll take a closer look at that here in a bit. But I did change the roof. I think it looks better this way. I was kind of going for like Spanish type thing. That's why I used these stairs. But when I decorated the inside, it wasn't that. So I kind of thought that I should fix that. So let's go inside. Let's go take a look. I think the inside looks pretty cool. Oh, I'm inside the ceiling. There we go. Go up a little bit. So there we have the chess table with some cute little chairs. We've got these little potted plants. I'm sorry. And we walk in, and here is the living room. I think it's bright, but not too bright. The ceiling is, it's different. I wanted to put a not white ceiling, and I ended up with that. So it is what it is. But we've got some decor in here. We've got some curtains, and I put those back there just to have something on the wall because I needed something for decor. There's your TV, some more decor. We've got the dining room here, which is kind of big, but I think it works. I think it works fine. We've got the kitchen over here, and looky, fork and spoon, gotta have them. Anyway, we've got some kitchen decor, your quote-unquote built-in fridge, everything that you would need. The house is being lived in, They've got their cookbook out. They've got, in the middle of making something, they've got their clean dishes there or dirty dishes, what have you. I just realized they match the dishes in the dish rack. Cool.
Anyway, we go through here and we have a little teen girl's room. She's got a cute little chandelier with the pretty curtains. And I'm calling this contemporary because I think it's kind of contemporary. Not really sure the name of the style, but I like it. And then we're going to go through here and we're going to see the main bedroom. We've got Grimm's guitar, we've got some curtains and some decor and whatnot, some little boxes. I think this turned out kind of nice. You know, and you can close the curtains if you want, but you know, you can see outside and see who's playing outside if the kid's up too late or whatever. And then in here we have the bathroom. Nothing too spectacular, just a bathroom. But we do have the pull down blinds so that you can pull them down when you take a shower or go poop or whatever. So that's that. The living room looks so cute. It's so fun. And then here is the office. Again, nothing super major. We've got some desk decor. I gotta move that scale. The bookshelf with some decor, just a little bit of decor, not a lot. The pretty curtains. I love these curtains so much. So that's the house. And then if we go out here, we have the games table and the easel. And then you can stand here and just, oh, this is such a pretty yard. I have such a lovely house. You can come down here, you can play basketball, you've got some skill and activity items, you can look back up at the house. I think that's a nice little view. You've got your grill and everything, and you're up under the awning, so you're safe from the elements, unless it's cold, and then, you know, you're not. But that is my contemporary hill house. I don't know that I'm going to be doing a lot of terrain in the future. To be honest, I don't want to do that. I really don't. It's a lot of work, and you know, the floating trees and the floating plants, you got to fix that too once you finally get the terrain figured out. So if y'all want to download this and try to fix my terrain mistakes or whatever, you want to play with it and see how it works for your Sims, leave a comment down below. Let me know how it works for you. And if you make any changes, if you redo it, if you make the terrain better, let me know. If you upload it up to the gallery, I will definitely go take a look. Otherwise, you can leave other comments, questions, and suggestions as always. And until next time, oh no, you need to hit the like and subscribe button first. And then until next time, y'all have fun.